Okay, so you guys last time went through the arena, explored a bit, went to the cemetery. After you went to the cemetery, encountered a bunch of different heroes, encountered a hero that caused some issues that we've solved now, and then went down to the lower part of the inner clock tower, found the small bar of a holy golem slash elemental, found your way out. Also, Thistle, there is a chicken recipe in the bars and recipes
Last
that
week, babe.
was for that holy chapel soup. It's
Yeah, I
an
saw that last week.
it's an elevated super herby chicken soup.
Cool. It looks good. Out of character, I'm a really damn good cook.
And so then you guys went up, followed your way into the Baron Church, and then found your way to the Alchemist Lab, where then you also found a altar of Lyra, and Balsam
yeah.
has a god that he's attuned
Yeah,
to
now
now.
Boston has a god.
And Balsam also has a passive class. Hooray!
That seems a god now. Respectfully.
I forgot to ask.
Never.
When you summon up a shadow, do you want your shadow to be Ivan?
Oh.
Can I have? Does it get like powered up?
Well, no, it would just summon Ivan instead of a shadow.
Yeah, we'll
A
do
random shadow.
that. Or if
Yay!
anything, we can have another
Yay!
panther.
Hey, but remember, the more that you play with Ivan and do shit with him, the more he gains levels and other stuff, like Misty.
I was never told that.
It was in the
supposed to-
notes.
It's supposed to be not something that I need to tell you, just that I would hope you would do.
But it was in the notes. We actually had a note on it.
I think I got like the first item. I didn't
You
get
did.
that.
It was a
I
hidden.
think it was added
It's
after.
well, no, it was a hidden thing that I hid from you because I told you after
Yeah.
X amount of time with being with Misty, you created a bond. The same thing with Ivan.
Right.
I don't have
And
to
it was
tell
in my
you.
Misty Bond notes. He literally said, like, Prego could do this, Balsam could do this. They just have to do more stuff with their pet. Cactus is keeping track of a lot of shit.
Okay.
It's more of if you choose to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But if you choose
It's not that
to
I
do
don't
so,
want to. It's literally the fact that I forget that I have to literally tap the ring to have Ivan out instead of Ivan just being out. That's just a me thing.
I'm saying as your passive class, instead of summoning a shadow with one of your mysteries, you just want to summon Ivan instead with one of your mysteries
Yeah, that's cool.
as the shadow you control.
Yeah.
And you get to control him instead of him being, like,
Well,
of his own free will.
he's actually he's of his free will because it can attack on its own, but it wouldn't do things that Balsam would want. So
Yeah, Balsam
I
won't
think
be
I'm gonna do my
that
nails
controlling.
while we play.
okay.
Not
With that
allowed.
said, you are currently at the altar. Do you wish to do anything? Going forward gives you the alchemist lab. Going back brings you back to the parts of the fallen Baron Church.
I want to do something.
Balsam's gonna floss in front of his altar, just real quick.
Thistle turns to Balsam because she was very checked out for the last part of last session. Balsam, what the fuck happened to you? I
Ugh,
would love a recap.
you know, many weird things happened, and Thistle's ears are gonna start curling up.
Oh, you're in charge of my ears now. Okay, I see how it is. Turns into a
What?
god and thinks he owns me. You gonna tell me?
I have made a pact with the god of trickery. He seems quite nice.
Like, as in Run DMC?
What?
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 It's tricky.
No.
Oh. No.
No. No. Get your old boomer music out of here.
SJ to rock. I'm not a fucking boomer. I am an aging millennial. Thank you.
Starting to sound more and more like a boomer to me.
You know that Run DMC was the 90s, right? Boomers are like the Beach Boys.
Yeah, it's all the
The
same
boomers are my mom.
It's all the same territory to me.
Oh, you're all such fucking babies.
Okay,
God.
millennial.
Aging millennial. Thank you.
Excuse me.
I'm on the cusp.
Uh-huh.
Do you want us to introduce ourselves?
I will have you do that now. Why don't you do that? Starting with you.
I'm Thistle, the non-binary, slightly pissed off tiefling sorcerer rogue. Thanks.
Damn.
I am Terra Torres. Character Balsam. Nomad, draconic sorcerer, walking god amongst men.
Spirit?
And I am Spirit Leaf. I play Hal the monk bard.
Okay.
Thistle's gonna be doing their age millennial nails. Lesbian edition.
But so I guess we wanted to try to go back to the clock tower to try and solve the puzzle, right?
C.
Every time Thistle paints a nail, Boston's gonna make it look like it wasn't painted.
Also, Misty.
That wasn't in character, honey. I'm actually doing my nails.
Also,
I heard you the first
Misty
time.
has grown to a considerably large size, to where he is now the size of a large puppy.
Keep
He
saying
can-
puppy. I feel like he's the size of like a
He
dog.
not quite a dog yet. He can no longer fit in your backpack, so he is crawling.
Mardigan, you're not a real dog, according to Cactus. Did you know that?
He's a dog, just not the dog that I'm referencing.
Talking to my 15-pound poodle mix and telling him he's not a real dog, and he just looks at me like, "Okay, mom."
You're not a real dog. But so he crawls out of your backpack onto the floor, and now he is walking next to you.
Baby! And I reach down and I like hold his little like claws up and like make him stretch up, like, you know, when you make a puppy like stretch up. Like, you're so big! I'm so proud of you! Where did you get the food?
He was eating all the corpses on the way here.
You're so disgusting. Thank you for saving me from watching that happen.
I mean, there was a lot of food in the cemetery. It's a free buffet only in the coffins.
Thank you
It's
so
like
much.
it's like aged chipped beef.
I really would like you to stop.
I was just giving a visual.
Good.
Well,
Hey, my imagination is good enough, honey.
he is bigger now, and he gained some levels.
That is his big boy.
I showed you.
Did
I already
you send me?
I already sent it to you. He's level 13.
Oh, okay. I have to scroll.
Level
Can you give me
13 now.
access to that so that I don't have to keep asking you for the...
I already sent you the link. If you just click on the link, it'll update automatically.
Yeah, I know, I did, but can I, like, have access to view that? Because I don't believe I can right now.
You can.
Okay.
When I sent you the link
Uh-huh.
before, you can just click on the same link again and it'll view it to you.
Then I'll play around with it.
Well, you can't
Okay.
control any of the buttons on it.
Well, I don't want to. I just want to keep not bugging you for the links.
Anyhow, so he's crawling around on the floor. He's scuttling about.
Hey, baby, just so you know, I will still carry you when you want me to. And I look around challengingly at anyone who wants to say any different.
Cattail's gonna grow out of Misty's butt.
Cattail?
Mm-hmm.
It's a plant.
Yeah.
I know what it is.
Misty's just gonna crawl over to like Balsam and try to climb up his armor.
Balsam carries him.
I'm sending Frostbite at Balsam.
I imagine he's carrying both Ivan and Misty now.
No, Ivan's no longer on you.
Oh.
He went back independent.
My boy.
Sending Frostbite to Balsam saying, leave my baby alone or I'll kill you.
Where did that come from?
You made cattails grow out of his anus.
If he has
What are
one.
you talking about? I didn't do anything.
So he's currently climbing up the backside of you. Like,
Don't bullshit a
Fucking-
bullshitter, Hanny.
fucking... What's that game? Something of Colossus?
Oh, Shadow of the Colossus.
Shadow of the Colossus style.
Colossus.
Climbing up Balsam right now. He then gets to the top and kind of like perches on your shoulder.
Oh, well.
This is fine.
Yeah, you got more, like, stuff to grab onto to climb up.
Thistle's gonna run and take a running leap and try to get on top.
Oh, God, no.
Balsam's gonna extend his hand and then raise it as Ivan comes crawling out of the ground in a
As
mist of
Ivan-
shadow.
As Ivan does so, he pounces on you, Thistle.
And
Yeah.
we're just in a bear hug, and I'm so happy.
You fall to the ground with Ivan in your arms.
Wonderful.
You guys,
You like
switching-
me. You really like me.
You guys switching pets or something?
As he does, he just kind of gets off you and walks over to Balsam and rubs up against his leg.
Spreading the love.
I feel left out. I need a pet.
Oh, don't worry.
What
Balsam's
did you
gonna-
say?
So,
Under the bed bug?
as-
fuck?
As Slush sees this, he attempts to try to rectify the situation,
Oh,
like
no.
getting down on his knees and then like pushing against you.
Okay, what the fuck is up with Slash? I feel like I missed this whole thing.
I start patting his head.
Okay, so
Why
the
is
whole
your spirit so needy? How?
Huh?
Why
Why
is
is
your
who?
spirit so needy?
so
Slush-
Is this a codependent relationship?
Slush isn't a spirit.
So while Slush, that we got into the whole things of ice devils before, but ice devils, while they're extremely powerful, have a high insecurity complex because they don't want to fail their leader. Because if they do so, they feel like they're going to get killed, and they follow power, meaning that the thing they're following is absolutely stronger than them. So,
Oh my god, me, except for the desire to follow power.
so they're highly insecure, follow a will and a master to an absolute T, and they try to do everything their particular general or master tells them to do, but they're not super complex about it, so they'll try to do it as quickly as possible without fail. Also,
This is
also as an ice devil, if they want to become a general, they have to exist for 700 years without making a single mistake.
Oh, wow.
Thistle's gonna walk over to Slush and kind of put their hand on his shoulder and say, hey, you know, sometimes meeting our life goals isn't worth it if it means that it hurts you as a person. You are worth more than this.
Thistle, don't give him a complex. He's
He already
fine.
has one.
He's fine.
Okay, cult leader.
Hey.
Clown makeup
Well-
will appear on what's his name's face.
What is this name?
I just heard it. I forgot
Slush.
your dude's face.
Ow.
So
Slush. There we
Slush.
go. Slush.
So Slush stands up and is now just kind of like a guardsman ready with his fucking war pike.
And I take my disguise kit and put him back to the way that he was, and I shoot balsam dagger eyes.
I give Slush a thumbs up.
So Slush
Actually,
is...
I add a little bit of glitter and just a very tasteful, like, eyebrow highlight. And I say, "You're beautiful, Henny."
What? Who you calling that?
Slush.
Slush just kind of backs away from you. Like, he takes a back step.
This is Thistle's new mission after, like... Oh, Prango's not here. I can't... Okay, I'm gonna play with my spirit tonight, but after that it's Prango's. After this spirit, like, Thistle's new mission is to, like, give all of these spirits their own agency.
But, no, Slush isn't a spirit.
He's a living
Thistle.
ice devil. A living creature.
Then give these creatures that feel that they are subservient their own agency.
But that is his shtick. That's what makes him happy.
Yeah.
They...
He wants...
When-
He wants
By
When-
a cult leader.
So the thing is when ice devils are alone of their own agency and accord, they slowly go insane.
Yeah.
Okay, my next character is going to be an ice devil that finds their own agency and figures out a way to true happiness.
You got
Okay.
it. You got
I'm-
it, Cece.
I'm rewriting this
As
whole
for-
damn book.
As for the ice devil currently, he just wants to fulfill Hal's duty, or whatever Hal wants him to fulfill.
Can you make yourself happy? Get it, girl.
So, what do you all want to do?
We wanted to go to the clock tower.
Oh, now you want to
plot.
go.
How to change the minds of all these
There's
spirits and creatures who think they're less than.
I said that earlier, but we got sidetracked.
Speaking of, where's my boy?
What boy?
My dude, my brother in arms.
You gotta summon
have
him.
to summon him. Yeah.
Alright, he's summoned.
Hello for thine Hansa. Hansa Thistle.
What's your name again?
For I am the Knight of Ages.
Thank you. Night of Ages, we're gonna have a lot of fun today.
Oh, okay.
He's just out and is part of the crew.
Yeah, and I think I have.
For
had
what
coat
sort of
arms out.
fun, thine Hansa, are you wishing to go up to?
What? Wait, what? I missed the first part.
For what kind of fun are you wishing to go up to, dear Hansa?
You are going to get to know me as a person in the way that I interact with you, and I have a feeling that you're going to like this other person in our party a lot better because he's all about fighting and, like, doing things that knights do, even though he's a monk. So we're going to have fun together today, and I'm going to treat you like a person, and you're going to accept it, and then I'm going to give you to someone who is better suited for this whole knight and coats of arms thing. Deal?
If that is what you wish, and you feel that is the right course of action, then sure.
Since
That
I
is
have
the worst answer. Okay. Yes, thank you.
since I have coat of arms out, does he just look over when she says coat of arms?
Well, coat of arms is out and looks, and he says to you, spirit, without speaking, "So, who's this schmuck over here?"
Oh my god, your spirits are jealous of each other. Can they please get married?
No, he's saying that about your spirit. He's saying about Night of Ages. Yeah.
I would also like your spirits to, like, develop a love triangle within your soul and get married. I'm just saying.
Oh
I
my
ship
word.
it.
No.
Yeah. But I say to him, and my mind's like, you know what? I don't even know. It's kind
Accurate.
of weird.
So, boss,
Because
you're
I
gonna
can hear
be...
your minds, because we're all telepathically connected.
So, boss, I just want to tell you that while I'm up for the chivalrous code kind of sort, you gonna be accepting the spirit over here from your friend, or is he going to someone different?
Someone different, not me.
I see he's gonna get deported.
Sounds
you
like it.
asshole.
Not immigration.
I guess your friend really didn't like him all that much now, did he? Did they?
It was me. It was not him. Believe me.
You can't hear that.
Yeah, you
We're
can't
all
hear
talking in like the telepathic communication.
No,
is
they're not.
This is separate.
That's separate.
This is separate. Yeah.
I'm just saying that it was me. It's not him.
Everyone has their own reasons.
I guess what I would be wondering is why don't you give them to your pal over there in the knightly armor? I just think they have something going on with each other.
Well, I don't know. I guess that's up to them. I can't make their decision for them.
What would you think of that, Thistle, giving him to, say, Terror?
Fine with that, but I already promised him to Pranko, so that feels out of character. That feels like a conversation between the three of us. I'm also going to remind you that I'm looking at how many things that my brain power bullshit can encompass. Okay, up to 8. So that's the three of us, Misty, Ivan, my spirit, coat of arms, I'm guessing, and
I can desummon coat of arms, and you can desummon your spirit.
You can pick 2.
Coat of arms.
I've got 2 spots left to make sure that we're all connected telepathically.
You don't have to do the spirits.
The spirits can't be connected with your telepathic bond. They're only connected to the soul of the user.
All right. Well, then all of us and our Ivan and Misty are connected telepathically.
So, as you guys make your way over past the area, you come to the inner chapel's fork in the road. Do you want to go to the fallen churches, like lower areas, or do you want to continue to the clock tower?
Which haven't we explored yet?
Well, you haven't explored the fallen chapel and such, or the fallen church, but, or the barren church, rather. Fallen church, barren church, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
or do you want to go back to the clock tower and try to make your way up through the cemetery?
To Hal and Balsam, Thistle's gonna say, I kind of want to explore areas that we haven't been to before we leave this area. But if you all want to get back, then we can just go and try to solve the puzzle.
You also are on a time limit for the next round. Remember?
Yeah.
What's our time limit?
Till nighttime in the castle.
Yeah.
Okay, I can also transport us, like one at a time, but still.
Yeah, but I say we try to figure out the puzzle first, so that way that pathway is open, so we don't have to worry about it and stress about it.
Okay, and Cactus, you're keeping track of like which areas we haven't explored yet, because I feel like that's going to be something I'm going to ask a god at one point just to make sure, because I'm a completionist bitch.
I know. I know what you have not explored.
Excellent. All right, puzzle. Unless Balsam has an idea / opinion. And if you say where the wind blows, I'm going to like throw my new element of wind at you.
You know what Balsam thinks. Balsam thinks Knights of Ages is now purple. And that one, the house thing, the house spirit, what's his name again?
Coat of arms.
Coat of arms.
He has like giant fist, right?
No.
Or was that the other one?
No, that was
you're
thinking of Flush. You're thinking of Flush.
I knew something.
Oh.
Coat of arms is like a dapper guy.
Who's the one that punched people across the room?
Flush.
What?
Flush.
No.
Yes, Flush.
Didn't
that
we
was
just
Flush.
get Slush?
No,
Not
she got
Flush.
him a while
Flush.
ago.
Flush. Like a royal flush.
Oh, Flush. Okay.
Royal and Flush.
Okay. Okay, nah.
Yeah, she's had Royal and Flush since before we got to the arena.
Yeah.
Okay, nah. Night of Ages is purple now. Thistle's original skin color.
No, I wasn't purple. I was the color of the Statue of Liberty, copper that's gotten molten. But he can be the color of my hair.
Now,
which is the color of a thistle blossom, and now I look at him and say, I like you a little bit better.
You all go past the barren church, and you make your way to the clock tower of the inner clock tower of the castle. Yes?
Cactus.
What?
This is role playing.
I don't want. You said you wanted to go. You guys wanted to go to the inner clock tower. Each time I tried
but
pushing.
if we're gonna have a role-playing moment, then let us.
Okay, but
just turning colors.
I'm just saying that each time I try to move you guys get into another conversation.
You don't need to move us. We'll move when we want to move. Without Prango here, we are slow-ass bitches. Because we've got one who chases the wind, and a wordy bitch, me, and... I don't know what to call Hal.
I'm just
We
here.
take a while. But Hal wants role-playing.
They're a bitch of wind. There we go.
There you go. You're the bitch of wind.
Excuse
Flighty Hal!
You call him Flighty.
You.
Why? Rude.
Alright, moving on.
Rango's our fighty and Hal's our flighty.
I like coat of arms a little, or not coat of arms. Ace of Spades.
Knight of Ages.
Yeah, I can't.
Jesus
There's
Christ.
too many names on the field.
Jesus
My
Christ.
word.
This whole...
You completely underestimate how bad I am with names in real life.
Dear Lord.
How many people I pissed off saying the wrong names to them?
Oh, keep
Here's the
track of all the
reason.
names.
Why, in customer service, I call everybody Sugar Baby Honey Pie, because if I can smile and make them feel cute, then they don't expect me to remember their names.
Hold on, I gotta turn on a light real quick.
Are you all wanting to move on now?
Yes. Our Dungeon Master Liege.
Don't call me that.
Daddy?
No.
What?
The fuck?
What?
No.
Come back to? What?
Don't know.
Oh my god, this train is getting so derailed.
Oh god, why?
Crying. I'm actually crying right now.
Oh my word.
Oh lordy. So you find your way into the clock tower and get to the central clock tower.
Yes.
What do you do?
So
As
you said
as soon as you said yes, I imagine Seymour like yes.
Yes. You
Seymour
said the
is in
two-
PP Seymour?
Simpsons Seymour.
I don't know what that is.
You said the two angel statues were like blocking the way.
Yes.
Are there any other statues?
No.
Around? What
Are they,
position
how
are
is they blocking it?
Yeah, what position are they in? Like arms up, arms folded, wings
So
out.
here's the thing: the angels themselves, they are with wings out and reverence, as if showing, like the way, like showing that something is there, to like the center of the clock tower, or just to like the center of the giant clock.
Mm-hmm.
And they're on both sides of the clock. One's on the right and one's on the left side.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a ladder that goes up and down. Like it extends up and down when the angel isn't there automatically through like clockwork.
Mm-hmm.
But the angels themselves are on pedestals that is connected to like a mechanical conveyor belt, and it moves back and forth between the wall. So when it's out, it's perfectly aligned to block the retractable ladder and to make it so that there's no way to get through the gap that it has open. It's like a perfect outline of the angel, but when it slides back into the wall, the area is open for you.
And the clock is still like moving during this time? Is it still ticking or?
Yeah, it's still ticking.
Oh, okay.
It tells time, so it's a clock.
Well, yeah. I'll go. Making sure.
You hear tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, and like loud ringing ticks and tocks of clockwork and machinery, like you're in the center of a clock tower.
Yeah.
This is my job.
But
Can someone stop
any
clicking?
ideas?
What's that?
Can someone stop clicking their tongue?
Yes.
Any ideas?
What happened here to make them close this off?
The tower activated.
Okay, do we see anything written down? Anything that can give us any clues?
Can I open the book that activated it? Oh wait, no, it burned up. Never mind. The book burned up, so can't read that anymore.
You don't see any particular writings. You do know that the left hall and the right hall are filled with grandfather clocks. On the left-hand side, when you were walking through the hallway, you saw that one was a golden, while the others were all wood.
Wait, what?
I go up to the golden one.
To the left side?
Yes.
As you
It's the
walk
most out of
through
place.
the left hallway back up to the golden clock, you see that clock only has a big hand, doesn't have a little hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna insight check the clock. I'm
Oh.
sure you're gonna give us more information, but gotta get them points.
So it doesn't have the minute hand. No,
Hour.
hour.
Oh.
It doesn't have the hour hand. That's odd.
What did you get for an insight, Thistle?
16.
So, you notice that this clock particularly doesn't have an hour hand, but it does have a minute hand, and it is painted gold. It's not magical in any way, but it's not moving. Every other clock is moving, but this one.
Is anything missing from it except for
There's no glass
the
panel.
hour hand?
There's no glass panel, so you could move it if
That's
you
a
want.
19.
You didn't need another one. I was just gonna tell you there's no glass panel.
I'm gonna try moving the minute hand a
You
little
didn't
bit.
need
See what happens.
you didn't need another check for that.
It's fine. I want to look around and see if I can find any of the missing parts for this clock.
So while you do that, you move the minute hand a couple minutes ahead, and the clock tower shakes. As it shakes, you hear the forcing of like tick 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 tick
I
tick.
think that's a bad idea, Hal.
And as you do so, Balsam, you notice in the clock tower that the minute hand is moving a lot faster now.
Hey, put it back, put it back, put it back.
Uh-oh.
Put it back.
Did anything on the angels?
Hal, sync it
change?
up with the other clocks again.
Fine.
Well, answer his question, but
What was your
did
question?
anything
else?
on the angels change when that happened?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, put it
Is
back.
anything else like changing besides like the clocks turning?
You notice that while they moved the minute hand a little bit faster, you felt a little bit weaker on your knees, as if you've been standing here for 5 minutes instead of just 1 minute.
Okay, you're speeding up time. Let's put it back to where
Okay,
it
you
was.
two, this is time magic, so be very careful.
Yeah, I put.
You may
You
reduce
try.
dust to dust.
You try to, but you can't turn the hand back.
Interesting. Can't turn back time. Can only go forward.
I mean, as my Lord and Savior Cher once said,
Don't do it.
I'm not. But no one?
No.
I understand the reference. Don't sing the song.
I'm not. I was gonna say, if I could turn back time.
Don't even say it.
Don't!
Don't even.
Stop!
Hey, Hal, if we could find a way,
Yes.
I take back all the words that you heard me say.
Oh
my
my
word.
god. Cut it out.
Okay.
Vicious mockery. No skin.
Take 1
Do
point
it.
take 1 point of psychic damage. You have a massive
I'd rather
headache.
take the vicious mockery.
Nope.
'cause
Nope, you got a massive
I
headache
deserve
now.
Oh, you want the vicious mockery damage?
I don't think you
Not
want
if
that.
I'm taking a point of whatever damage.
You're taking a point of psychic damage and you have a massive headache.
My vicious mockery does way more damage.
You also won't be able to do shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I want to use my book of concepts to... Can I freeze time? It says slow or speed time. Can I freeze time?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna slow. No, I'm not gonna do anything. Never mind. I'm gonna keep looking for the
What
things that I
happens
want
if
to
I
do
make
before.
like an illusion of the time going backwards?
It's a great idea.
I don't know. What will happen, Balsam?
I do that, and the time with the my boy does magic. There's a fake
It's
thing.
currently 3 o'clock on the clock. What time do you want to make it?
I want to see if I can reduce it to 2 o'clock.
You honestly can't expect me to interact with time and not quote Cher or Madonna.
Well,
So,
too bad.
too bad. So, as you make illusionary clocks of hand on the clock, you see that time begins to act a little funky as you feel real woozy as you see aberrations of ether coming out of the angel. You see aberrations of ether as the angel slides open on the left side, and you see aberrations of yourself, Prango, and everyone else crawl down the ladder and talk about the clock tower, looking at it, investigating it, and then lifting the book up as it burns away and such.
Is Prango the only one seeing this, or are we all seeing it?
Prango's not here.
I know.
I'm sorry, is Balsam the only one seeing this, or are we all seeing it?
Well, we're not in there.
You're
so
not
no.
in the room. You're in the left hallway.
Yeah.
So, as that is all happening, though, the statue did move to the left, and it's reenacting, everything that happened an hour ago.
Interesting.
Okay. We
Reenacting
can't change
or
it back,
reverting?
but we can see what happened.
Reenacting.
Wait, was that my magic doing that? Or was that the
Okay.
clock magic?
That's the clock tower's magic interacting with yours.
So these
Okay.
angels are larpers.
So it manipulated my magic.
No, the angels aren't LARPing. It's the statue.
kidding.
The statue moved on. Okay.
Thunderbolt, thunderbolt.
Oh God. And I guess I'll start going over to the wooden grandfather clocks now.
They're all taking
I'm looking
various.
around for missing parts. I rolled a 15 for investigation.
For what?
No, I figured investigation if I'm looking for shit. I don't know.
For Misty's what?
For missing
For
parts.
the missing parts.
I thought you said
Fuck.
Misty parts. I'm like, the fuck?
No, missing parts. Don't make me start quoting Tatiana now.
Okay, so you roll investigation, but there are no missing parts.
Okay, so I tell my friends, hey, or whoever's paying attention, the golden clock, it is what it is.
As you look at all the other wooden clocks, Hal, you notice that they're ticking, but there's a bunch of different time, almost like time zones going on at once.
Right.
Do any of them have golden hands on them that seem to be out of place?
Not on the left side. You all haven't checked the right hallway yet.
Yeah. I'll go towards the right hallway then.
As you look at the right hallway, you notice there's also a golden clock in there with no minute hand.
No.
Alright, so we gotta put the shit together.
Hmm.
Grab it,
What
Hal.
takes what?
Time goes by.
But which
But,
clocks are going to get all the pieces?
Hmm.
Can I go over to where I want to go over to where Hal is and do an insight check on that golden clock and hopefully try to see which clock is the originator clock.
They both are. One controls the hour hand, one controls the minute hand.
Okay, well I want to know more about this clock. That's the 25.
I can't tell you any more than what Hal just told you.
Well, cool. Thanks for the insight check, Cal.
You're welcome.
It wasn't really an
But
insight.
are there also wooden grandfather clocks on this side as well?
Yes. You notice that particularly these ones, they're not moving.
Oh.
Well, they're moving, they're moving very slowly.
Interesting.
The other ones looked like
At
they
a
were
rate that would
passing.
not-
What's up?
on a rate that would not be normally indicative of a clock, I'm assuming.
No, it
Well-
appears that these ones are slowed down considerably, and the ones on the left side are sped up considerably.
Because the ones on the left are running on the minute hand, and the ones on the right are running on the hour hand. The hour hand goes slower because it only moves by a significant slower amount than the minute hand does.
Can we carry
So
the gold clocks?
They're embedded in the wall.
Yeah. Do you want me to start messing with it, guys? I can move the hour. Okay.
So
I
you want to pull the golden embedded clock out of the wall that controls time.
No, I was gonna move the hand again. That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna try to move the hour hand again, maybe 1 hour back.
You can't move anything back.
Can't move it back. You can only.
Oh yeah, I can only move it forward. Fuck. Yeah, that's right. But here's the thing, I don't know how.
If anything, I could put my magic to it and put the. This is probably won't solve it, but if there was anything we wanted to know that ever happened here, my magic can probably figure that out.
Why don't you try it?
All right, Cactus. This is something you got to pull out from your brain. Balsam starts going up to the clocks and does his magic and reverses, but like he'll probably like keep adjusting like the speed of it until like an illusion pops up.
So here's my question: are you doing this on the big clock or the small golden clocks? Because it doesn't matter.
The one that he did it the first time too.
The big
clock.
The big clock.
Yeah.
So you turn back time with an illusion.
Found a way.
And as what happens, the ether in the area condenses to show visages, and you continue to turn back time faster and faster and faster until eventually you make it about... how long would you keep doing this for?
Until I see something. Like I would like adjust it like being slow, fast, so in case I don't like go past anything.
15 minutes pass, and it's been 3 years back, and you see the vestige of a man coming from the left-hand side of the hallway, walking through very slowly. He has a hobble to him, wearing a bit of a cane. And he has some kind of like broken harness on him, and you see him hobbling towards the clock tower, where he then, on it, he takes out a skull from his coat. You can't really tell what kind of coat he's wearing. He just has a cloak on. He takes it out from his cloak and he sets it into one of the squares on the clock. Because as you see this, there are 2 squares that are hidden in the clock, and he pushes one in with his hand that opens up a small like a small tray. He sets the skull on it where it goes back into it, and then it begins to spin the clock's outer momentum and gears, and the angel on the left and the right side both open up permanently. And you see him climbing up the ladder before like using like a spell or some sort to knock the spell off the tray before it can go into the clock tower, shunting both the angels back in. And you see specifically he climbed up a middle ladder.
Oh.
Hidden middle ladder.
Oh.
You then continue to zoom time in this fashion. He comes back down the middle ladder, just jumping out of the hole, or rather phasing through it, and as he does so he begins to continue to move right. But this time he doesn't have a hobble to him anymore. He drops the cane and drops the cloak, and you see distinctively that it looks like a lab coat.
Oh.
As he walks to the right, moving on his way through the castle.
Huh. Interesting.
Very interesting. Okay, he'll pull off his magic off the clock.
Okay.
Can I go see where that platform came out of the clock?
You can. Do you want to press your hand into it?
I take one of my quarterstaffs and press it into it.
As you press into it, you hear a clicking noise as you hear the whirling as cogs and gears as they go really fast, and then open a slide door that opens up a hatch. This hatch then forms... It opens up a hatch where a tray comes out, as if to put something on it.
Are there any indentations to give us an indication of what the something would be?
Well, we watched the thing and he put a skull in. So, I'm gonna ask Flush in my... Well, they're playing poker. If he has any bones on him.
Flesh doesn't keep bones from battle to battle.
Worth a try.
You could probably summon up a creature and try to give it bones.
Summon a creature? Can I summon a creature? No, I can't. I can't summon a creature.
But your friend can.
Wait, Slush can?
No.
Oh.
Me.
No. Balsam can summon up a shadow. It's not Ivan.
Oh? Would that work?
Yep, I can summon up just random shit too.
I mean, it's worth a try.
You see Misty. You see Misty kind of go over, and he kind of like wants to try something. As he hears animal, he uses the spell.
Get hurt.
Huh?
Misty, don't get hurt.
He crawls off a balsam, and then kind of like sways his claws in the air, mimicking balsam's magic, and like mimicking how like balsam casts magic. And he then summons up a deer with conjure animal.
Let's go turn animal.
Baby, you can do that.
Can I attack the deer?
Hey, don't let Balsam carry you anymore. I'll carry you.
Can I attack the deer?
You want to summon out Flush?
Oh yeah, I'll summon out Flush. Switch them out.
So Royal
I'm
and
not
Flush
taking
come
any
out.
part in killing an innocent deer that just got summoned here.
So
I'm gonna like go hide in a corner and like hug Misty to me.
Misty wants to stay and watch. He also wants to eat the
No,
deer.
you did good, but I need a hug.
Okay.
You can eat it after.
He just kind of looks at you and is like, fine. And he just kind of snuggles up into you.
I'm hiding my face. You guys do what you need to do.
So so Coat of Arms goes away back at the table to sip some coffee, a ghost espresso, and Royal Fluster come out, and you see Flush just kind of gear up, set in a power stance, and just punches the deer. And you just hear punch, 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 as this just whacking meat with a meat mallet. And then as the deer dies, the deer goes away instantly. And he then summons up a skeleton, then punches the body out from under it, and then hands the skull to you.
Yep. There we go. And I put the skull onto the platform.
As you do so, it slides in. You hear a bunch of clanking of gears and cogs, and both the angels shunt themselves into the wall, and a middle ladder comes down.
Oh. You guys want to explore the middle ladder?
My face hidden, so.
Well, I say it out loud. This one's done.
Wait, my headphone jack came out. What happened?
I was saying, Thistle, it's all over.
A peek between my fingers. Okay, great.
The middle ladder opened up.
Misty's gonna check to make sure you're okay. And he just kind of like head bumps you and like kind of like lightly taps the sides of your shoulders with his claws.
I bump my head on his head and say, "Dinosaur bonk." All the parents listening right now will know. That's how dinosaurs kiss. They bonk their heads. So if he's gonna bonk his head on me to see if I'm okay, I'm bonking him back.
But so you guys want to go up the middle ladder? The ladder is only connected to the middle part, not the.
No, the
left
ladders
and
on the
right
left and right side are also open.
Oh, okay. You guys want to go up the middle? See what's up there?
Yeah.
The way we came?
No, the middle.
So left or right are the way we came?
Left
Yeah.
is the way you came.
Yeah.
This map is confusing.
It's not that
Okay.
confusing.
There's a ladder we opened up right off the clock tower.
There's a secret middle ladder.
I
Or we
always
opened up.
want to go up the secret middle ladder.
All right, let's go.
As you rise up the ladder, Misty having trouble climbing the ladder.
Yeah.
I pick him up and throw him over my shoulders like I can still do with Stella and climb the ladder.
Roll me a strength save.
Wait, how do I roll that? It's just when I click on it, it just does.
Whoa.
When I click on it, it just brings it up.
You go over to your top left corner with your saving throws, and you click
I'm
on
clicking
strength.
on it.
You gotta click the
And
number.
what-
Click the number.
I'm clicking on the number,
No,
and
you're-
I'm clicking on both.
I'll
Should I
roll it
just
for you.
roll it, then?
I rolled it for you. You got a nat 20 plus 1. You are able to pick him up.
Plus 4. My strength is
Nice.
plus 4. Oh, I'm
When you
looking
get
at
it.
Misty. That's why I can't fucking.
Oh.
God. So I rolled it for you. You're able to pick him up and climb the ladder.
Yeah, I am. I know I am. He's my baby. I'm always going to carry him.
So as you pick it up and climb the ladder, you get to the top where there is a separation in directions, right or left.
Right?
Oh, I was gonna say left. We always go left.
As you enter the left,
Balsam chooses.
right or left. Balsam.
Left is always right.
So, as you go left into the left room, you find there are some ink pens, some journal, as well as mechanical parts spread everywhere. Half-cracked open potion bottles, and there is also a small shell on the ground, a small metallic shell.
I want to insight check the shell.
What do you think of this room,
30.
Ivan?
I'm going over to the paperwork.
Okay. So, you're gonna insight spec. Well, what did you get for an insight?
B.
30?
Uh-huh.
Okay. You have found the shell is actually, what I'm going to tell you, it is a dial. So they are different kinds
It's
of
a
shell.
what?
It's a dial. It's called a dial. A dial
Oh,
shell.
a dial.
It is a dial shell. And dial shells,
Oh my god.
you get the reference. So,
I'm sorry, Mike.
You are
I'm having a
cutting
really
out.
hard time here.
Yeah, you're breaking up a little
Yeah.
bit. Is it like the magic conch shell?
no.
Oh.
So the dial shells all have different abilities. When you press into the side of the shell, they can do different effects or do different kinds of things. This particular one, let me...
Is this the shells from Skypiea?
Yes.
Ah, I get you.
Nerds.
You found an impact dial. So an impact dial specifically.
Oh my god.
So when you're holding the dial in your hand, there is a button side and a flat side. When you hold the dial in your hand and an impact comes to hit the dial, it stores up the impact to where then you can release it by pressing the button against something.
Like my thumb?
No, like if you want to imagine that the dial sticks to your hand, the flat part sticks to your palm, and whatever punches into it goes into the dial, impact stored. When you want to unleash the stored property, you flatten your hand out as if you're going to punch something and flatten out your hand as much as possible. Like pulling like your fingers back to flatten the palm. It releases everything in the impact dial against whatever you're going against.
So if one of us picked this up, it would become part of our hand.
You can choose it to attach and deattach it at will, but yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna impart that knowledge to my friends and say, like, this sounds like a lot of fun to me, but I mean, I have a magic eye and Balsam has a magic hand, so I'm a democratic besh, so who wants it?
I mean, we can just, like, store it away somewhere. We don't have to allocate it now.
Well, then I'm gonna keep it. Unless Balsam wants it.
Nobody... We don't have anyone in our party that actively just takes hits.
I mean,
Frango.
Parango runs every time he attacks somebody.
Yeah.
He does not stay there and get hit.
Yeah, but also I'm part rogue and I keep wanting to like fuck shit up, but I'm not good at it, so maybe this will get me to like want to do that and be good at it. Does anybody care if I just told it and I'll pass it off to whoever?
Yeah.
If you want it, you can take it.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay, I'll make the sheet up later after the game, because there's a lot that I have to do for
Absolutely.
So, as you're looking at the notes, Thistle, roll me a perception check to read it.
The journal. I think Hal went for the notes.
Hal, or read me a perception for the note/journal.
14. Dang, damn it, I rolled low. I have a plus 11.
So what you can read...
Expertise in perception.
What you can read from the notes is that it says, I've recently come up here, making my way away from the alchemist lab. After I left it, there was a great tizzy and stir. However, I am regarded now more as a legend than as a person. They see my work as a mythology of sorts, which is utterly stupid. I'm not a god, I'm just a man. A man that's lived for a long time, yes, but I'm still just a mortal all the same. I haven't decided to go back to the cult yet. Instead, I want to seal myself away with my madness alone. However, a young lady, could I say old lady? I don't quite know how Fae work. A Fae reached out to me. They were red and crimson. They had their wings shuddered like fire in a candlestick. They reached out to me and said that they knew of my presence and wanted my strength. I didn't know what they were talking about, trying to dismiss the facts. However, they continued and pressed on, saying they needed my help to break free from a certain person in the castle. I do know of his lordship, and I do know of the things that work under him, but I never really considered myself to go against him. In doing so, I decided to think on it some more, and I think I will. I think I'll help her the best that I can, to at least repay some of the sins that I've done thus far. And so I'm going to go to the arena, and I'm going to go help them out. But first, I must go to my establishment point. I must make my way to my new lab, so that I can finish out my designs for these gauntlets. And then you see schematics of a gauntlet that is incorporating potions into it in like vials.
Is that Balsam's gauntlet?
No.
No.
I'm saying a different gauntlet for potions. It is a gauntlet that has potion needles sticking out of the knuckles, and in each of the knuckles there is a vial of a potion serum in it, as it is belt fed by wrapping around an arm that is encased in metal. And each time it looks like if it was to be punched, that it would inject one of the vials into somebody and then pop it out and load another one into the set.
Interesting. That's kind of badass.
Are
But,
you relating this information to us, Hal?
Just 1 second, because I have a question or two. So
Yes.
basically, when we were talking to Vanilla Milkshake, and he mentioned of how the Beastmaster lost a friend, I think he said.
Mhm.
Does that mean they were talking about the potion alchemist as their friend?
No.
No. Oh, different friend. But
Um,
they were going to the Beastmaster, it seems,
The
because the
friend-
Beastmaster is a fae.
the friend I can tell you about is
Mm.
you put 2 and 2 together that based upon the legends you've heard of the Wraith Killer being the current
Mhm.
King of Chaos and losing a friend, as well as that the Beastmaster used to be friends with Wraith Killer. It's a shared friend among them, meaning it was the old king of the castle
Mhm.
before Wraith Killer. That is the shared friend.
Right.
From
And
this information, roll me a history check if you want to gather something.
my history is bad.
I'm helping him.
Roll with
I'm not.
advantage, Hal.
Yeah, I'm rolling twice.
You gotta tell. I'm assuming you're telling us in our telepathic bond this stuff as you're learning it.
Yeah, 17.
You can put 2 and 2 together that the potion alchemist was actually being hired as a bodyguard for the Beastmaster.
Wait a minute. Did it? Wait a minute.
And even though I know the answer, I rolled an insight check to see if these notes belong to the potion master.
They do.
Thank you.
That guy that exploded at the beginning of the arena, he was a guardian of the arena, though, not exactly of the Beastmaster, right?
Yeah, he was guarding the arena.
Okay, I was about to say, didn't we explode a guy who was a bodyguard?
You haven't
Okay.
met anyone. You haven't even met the Beastmaster yet.
Right.
No, Cactus would have.
But
Yeah.
from the but I guess now we kind of have a description. Do I get a good idea that the fae that he was describing is the Beastmaster, right?
You could assume so.
The red fae that was speaking to him, asking for help.
Based upon previous knowledge, you could make that connection.
Will Balsam be able to make a check to figure out exactly what type of fae?
Sure.
What do you need?
Nature and history.
Do I have anything in nature?
+1.
I don't have anything lower than a +2, so.
And a +6 on history. How about I help you out on your nature check, Balsam?
Okay. I wrote a 9 for both.
Yeah.
Well,
I should have fucking put the point in nature instead of survival.
that goes into an 18, so I'll link you this for you all to read.
I got an
Nice.
11 and a 22.
Oh, Tata. Oh. Oh.
Titania.
Yeah.
Why is she
Hello.
Yeah, and I'm gonna kill her.
No, she's pretty.
Too bad, she's gonna die.
Except she's been corrupted by chaos.
Oh.
And by spending so much time in the
Right.
castle, she's gone from nature to fire.
Neat.
More demonic than naturistic. But, you know.
Right. She got corrupted.
She made
Would
a deal-
Titania have been missing for like an amount of time?
Oh, yes. You see, you recall Balsam in your travels and history throughout the Fey world, the Feywild, and the world around you that Titania was missing for a great long time in the Feywild, and that's why it went to shit. Because in the Feywild, what happened is that, bit of story lore for you, the Feywild began to have itself a war with darkness, and with different entities of the darkness that try to take it over. And they wanted to take the spell scar and affect it with pure darkness, so that then the Feywild would be corrupted and slowly morph into a shadow gate. A shadow gate being the connection between limbo and the real world, making it so that area fuses together and everything dies and goes to the plane of limbo.
I mean, she's also rendered in the style of Alphonse Mucha, so, like, I'm
And-
gonna have a hard time killing her.
And because of that, what happened is that she went off with some adventurers that she knew of that were going into this castle a long time ago
No.
against the Crimson Bard. You had heard tales of the Crimson Bard being of a great vampire mixed with the soul of chaos, but not much else other than a few far-fetched tales of him being a person of rather, what you would say, weirdness in their terms of power. Instead of unleashing a night horde, they created a disco funk ball inside their castle where death would dance the days away against anyone who would intrude upon him.
Right. Would Hal know anything about the bard? So he's the bard?
You would know that the tales of the Crimson Bard reached you of a master of music, being able to literally create music in a symphony that would bring things to life, as well as his power was unrivaled by anyone else, in the sense that his music would cause people to be forced to dance to the skip of their own heartbeat, and if they missed a beat on the floor, they would die with a heart attack.
Oh shit. That's metal.
If you want to put it like this, he was Crypta the Necrodancer in real life.
Oh wow. Oh, that's metal as all heck.
Crystal's eyes gleam, and I really want to meet him.
However, he's dead.
No, you don't.
I really do.
However, you do
died.
know of the tales of the Crimson Bard that after the grand adventure was over, many eons past, someone had slipped into the castle to kill him.
Right.
So you do not know of the tale past the Crimson Bard, but guessing upon the nature of this castle, things didn't end well after his death, with one of his friends being the current King of Chaos, another one fearing for their life in the arena, that has been slowly been twisted by chaotic evil power into something that they were originally not, causing them to be a fire fairy of demonic power rather than a queen of the summer in nature.
Right.
Speaking of the arena, how are we doing on our clock?
Oh, you got like an hour and a half until you gotta get in there in castle time.
Does that translate to, like, real world, like, playing time?
25 minutes.
Oh, we better get going.
I'll make sure you won't miss it.
I can teleport us there too if we need to.
Yeah.
But
But,
that is all the lore and stuff that you find out. Also, Balsam, as a side note, you know that after you came here, that the Feywild did become a shadow gate.
Oh shit.
So
I
on
found that
the
out after.
you found this out before you came, so you know, like, just in like your backlog of knowledge, the Feywild did become a shadow gate, and because it's a shadow gate now, it's releasing shadows and darkness across the land.
It's like, in a sense, like gates like across the world that like lead it to the Feywild would probably have like worried Fey surrounding it.
It would have worried Fey around it. Also, there would be shadows and darkness appearing from there, as well as creatures of the night appearing from those gates, attacking people.
Okay.
Slowly trying to consume the world into limbo. That's a whole other story.
Yeah, that
Right.
sounds like that's that's a whole campaign there.
Yeah, that's a whole
Like,
other
honestly,
campaign.
like, let's go do that after this. I love the Feywild. Let's do that.
But if we're done in this room, I want to check out the right room.
No. I want to see, like, we got the journal, we got the shell. there's still like an inkwell and scattered papers. Is there anything else that like is of interest in this room?
You find an elixir. An elixir in a strange vial that is sealed inside of a metal casing with a glass vial inside, and there is an arcane lock on it.
I cast knock.
The arcane lock breaks, and upon doing so, the shell opens up, releasing tiny little gears that puff out steam to release the deadbolts in them. As it cracks open a case, you feel intense magical power coming from this elixir.
Can I roll an Arcana check to see what it is?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could insight it too. Arcana is 16, but I'm gonna get my insight points. So that's a 22 on Arcana and a 24 on insight.
Based upon your previous knowledge, this is a pure biomesh. This is the perfected biomesh serum.
This is for Prango! If we want to fuck him over with a 50-50 chance.
No. That was the
No!
prototype. This
That
is
was
the
the prototype.
This is the perfected serum.
Yeah.
What is the perfected? Refresh my memory. I'll roll
So-
a history check if you want me to.
So you don't need to. It's been pretty common knowledge to you guys, but knowledge that you guys have been focusing on. So the prototype serum was a 50-50 on whether it would mutate the body further or would perfect the body to be less than, and you were looking for research or otherwise that could help you out, but you didn't know what would be better. And then you found the perfected serum, because he was saying he's taking his notes with him to try to perfect along the way. And you found basically a deadbolt locked elixir inside of a canister holding it inside so it doesn't get damaged. It is a perfect serum of biomesh.
So I did it?
You have found a perfect serum of biomesh. When drank, will cure and restore oneself to their originating point.
Yes! Sorry, I'm so excited. As soon as Pranko got fucked over, I was like, I'm getting this buddy back his bones. I'm so happy. Thank you for the knock. I'm so happy right now. Like, oh my god, I just sent Alex a message. Like, we found the fucking serum for your bones. I'm so happy right now. You have no idea.
Do you want me to put that in my potion bag for now, for safekeeping?
Does it need to be in the potion bag? I want to keep it if it can go in a backpack.
Well, if you want to put it in your backpack, I recommend putting it back in the deadbolt lock.
Yeah, I'm going to close it back up and I'm going to store it in my backpack.
As you...
Like, this has been my mission since, like, day number 3, so...
As you close up
I'm
the...
so happy.
As you close up the metal lock, you close the deadbolts, ka-chink, 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 and it returns itself, sealing itself back up, absorbing some air around it to make a vacuum inside.
So I gotta use knock on it again.
Yes.
When we open it. Okay.
Or I could manipulate the air within it and make it open.
No. Let's not do that and try to break it. That might break it or fuck with it.
It's a vacuum.
I'm just saying it's something I could do.
Well, it's a vacuum inside, so unless you're absolutely sure that you can repressurize it without busting the glass...
Yeah.
Fine, like, knock. But yeah, I'm so fucking happy! Oh my god! Day 3, y'all!
There's also another journal that you haven't read yet, if you want to...
I'll read it. Yeah.
This
Perception?
midget.
Yep.
What, Balsam?
I have this image in my head of Thistle being so excited that she accidentally breaks the serum.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm treating this with the utmost care, but once it is safely in my backpack, I'm gonna take off my backpack and put it down on the ground, and I am going to just, like, float 5 feet in the air in happiness.
So, as you open up the next journal of notes, it says that, "For I have finally found a way to make my new lab a possibility. I have founded it in the abandoned prison. Upon doing so, there are some creatures still there, and while they are locked up for nefarious things, I will use them as my experimentation tools for whatever I wish to do. Upon doing so, I am deeming this my new lab, but if I end up leaving it, it may become abandoned. All the same, though, I've been able to take this serum here, and I'm going to seal it here in this clock tower. It's very dangerous that anyone could get a perfect biomesh to reset to oneself. I'm sealing this here for now, until I can find a better resting place for it. However, all my research and documentation notes I'm going to leave in my new lab, as I don't wish to carry them any longer. This dreaded fucking 30-pound bag with me. Fuck this.
You actually wrote that?
Yes.
But, so
For
now we know where
anyone-
his new lab is.
For anyone that does find this note, or does do their snooping in my journal, first of all, fuck you. Second, is that if you do find my abandoned laboratory, you can expect to have a good number of goodies in there, as well as a few potion lists, if you give a shit about the art.
Oh, she a salty queen. Okay.
It's a guy. Right? The potion
Do you
alchemist
not
is a guy.
understand the word queen?
But, so now we know where his new lab is. It's
don't
in the
know.
prison.
Well, you know
Well-
it's in the prison, but you don't know where the prison is.
Somewhat. Right. True. But at least we know what area he's in if we happen to come across that area. And I've been enjoying the arts of potion making. My good sir. But he's sassy, I like him. So is that all that was to find in this area? No more journals or
Nope.
notes to go
You haven't
through?
gone to the right room yet, though.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to go to the right room as when we're done. Make sure we got everything in the left room before going to the right.
Do you guys wish to go to the right?
Yes.
Of course.
Okay. So you make your way past this, taking in your backpack, and upon doing so you make your way to the right part of the room, where in the right part of the room you find a statue. You then hear Knight of Ages say, "For thine Hansa Thistle, my dear brother appears to be locked away within inside here. Would you be ever so kind to unlock him for me?"
Sweetheart, I would love to. Do you want to tell me how, or should I just? I'm gonna investigate the statue because points.
Well, he can tell you, or do you want to investigate it?
I'm gonna let him because that was a 13, but I still incited it.
So based upon your insight and him, he tells you, "For me and my brothers in arms, we were once a part of a grand guild of 4, to which we served the Grand King of Chaos."
Thor?
To
Thor?
4.
Thor.
No,
Number
4. Number 4.
4. Okay.
For we were in a
you.
guild of 4, to which we served a Grand King when we came in here. For I was one of the one that we split up from. For while we were brothers in arms, we all sought to get the king ourselves. I was the only one that managed to kill him. I have no idea where my brothers went or for what fate fell
Well,
upon
baby.
them.
I thought you beat this castle on your own.
He did. When they came in together, they were a group, and he's saying they split up to go find the king on their own to cover more ground. He was the only one that killed him, but he couldn't find his brothers afterwards and ended up dying in the castle.
Yeah.
All right, boo, I got you. This was just slowly turning into a drag queen.
So let me find it real quick. There it is. For my dear friend appears to be seated within the statue. He walks over
Do
to it.
whatever I can to get him out.
He walks over to it and says, "Dear brother of mine, cometh forth from your resting place. Let us join arms together once more." And you see a spectral arm come out and grab his as you see this picture before you. I will
Yeah,
upload
Okay,
it.
this was gonna say, hold up a second. You're my knight. Looking at their arms. I can't keep his name in my head.
Knight of Ages.
Knight of Ages. Okay. So you know how I work. You know that we're all friends here, according to me. So if I'm going to attach this person to my soul, I need you to explain things to them.
If
and
you would
kinda
like,
give
I
them a
can
lay of
take
the
them.
land before I move on and pass them on to other people.
I would say to keep them as a group because they can be summoned together.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna take him, but I need you to explain to your boo.
For hello, my dear brother. It's been some time since I've seen you within combat of arms.
That is some really bomb art, just saying.
For I shall tell you that my dear friend here, called Hansa Thistle, has taken me upon their wing. They wish to be spoken in a manner of tone considered of brother of arms, rather of lordships or titles. I'm sure you could do the same. Copying shit down. Give me a second.
Yeah, the abilities and stuff.
This was just staring at this new spirit expectantly. Out of character, Torres, like, I offered Prango one spirit, and he was a little hesitant on that, so we can definitely talk, like, the three of us, like, out of character and figure out what works.
It sounds like he said yes first, so I do want to talk before saying I want it.
Yeah, right. But, like, I offered it to him because I felt like he didn't have quite as many perks as, like, other things, and he was like, yeah, I don't really need to serve it, that's not really how my character works, but I have some really good ideas with how, like, my character could work with that. So let's the three of us, like, out of character, have a conversation and, like, strategically figure out where the best this can go. Because the reason I'm giving them up isn't because I don't want them, because I would like having other people around me, but I want to give Cactus his best experience, like, enacting these NPCs. And since I'm not the subservient person, like, if I hand him off to someone who's more comfortable with having followers, then he'll get to play Actus the way that he wants to. You all will get some new shit to deal with.
You have gotten the Knight of the Fallen. So the Knight of the Fallen can stand 15 feet from its user. The ability of it is it summons curses to anyone 10 feet from the user / control their strength.
I have to say, the art of these characters, like, I wish our personalities weren't such a poor match, because the art for both of these spirits, like, speaks to me.
This spirit is simple in nature and now seeks to atone by spreading its curses from its body that accrued over time to others that would hurt or want to defend. To others it wants to hurt or defend. As he comes out of the statue completely bare and he has no legs, he's just floating as a ghost. He says to the Knight of Ages, "Yes, my dear brother, for I am here. I am weak and hollow inside. For when we split, I came to this dear catacomb of a clock tower. I fought many of the knights that were here, spread amongst them. Each one came from a clock in the wall, and I killed them all. It doesn't appear they can reform. However, in my peril I climbed up this ladder, and the clock tower sealed me in. As time ticked on slowly, chaos twisted my soul and cursed me for my folly. As my fallen tides of time came, my own faith cursed me, and here I am to stand today. But I am so happy to see you, brother. It's been a long time. I know that I come to you in a very weary state. However, I hope that you'll accept my strength all the same."
Cactus, you're summoning your spirits of, like, white noise right now.
Hello?
Now they're done.
There you go.
So, shall you accept
We're
my...
back.
Did you hear everything I said?
We did, but I'm telling you, you're summoning your spirits of white noise.
It's not that bad.
It's not bad. It sounds like a fan, if anything.
Yeah, there's a fan.
I'm speaking Cactus language right now.
There is a fan in the background, sorry.
Yeah. No, it's fine. You gotta stay cool.
No, it was the same as, like, last night when, like, we were talking about...
will you take my strength, dear Thistle?
Out of character, if I tried to, like, touch him, would my hand go through, or would I be able to touch him?
If you're choosing to take him in, you could touch him.
Alright, I'm gonna, in character...
Touch him real good.
Fuck you. I'm gonna rest my hand on his shoulder and say, hey, in life, we all make a lot of mistakes and things that we feel like we have to atone for, but I want you to know, before you come into my soul, that I am accepting you as an equal and as a full person who is okay in whatever choices you had to make in your life. You want to do better now, and that counts.
Okay. For I accept these terms, Thistle.
Excellent, we are equals.
For while I know my brother shares the titles of many and wishes to call by standards of old and tall, I don't share these same regards. But I accept your quarrels nonetheless.
Then you can call me Thistle. Just Thistle.
Therefore then, Thistle, I shall grant you my power. He hands out a hand to you and clasps around it, shaking it, and upon doing so, you have now gained Knight of Fallen.
Okay, I'm gonna write shit down. Knight of Ages, Knight of Fallen.
It's in Stands and Spirits.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm not always looking at those, and I can't remember my own spirit's name, so...
When he's summoned up, I'll control him, but essentially he has to roll a d20 to summon up one of his curses on a creature.
Flowers will begin falling from the roof. Possum will clap his hands, and it'll sound like an entire crowd is clapping, and he will say, "Congratulations."
Is that sarcastic?
No. Very much.
Are they
Possum
thistle
being
flowers?
very happy for you. They can be.
Oh, thank y'all. And I'm gonna say to Knight of Fallen in, I guess, my head. Well, I want him to be like out and walking among us, just like the
He already
Knight of
is.
Ages.
He's
Okay,
with the
cool.
Knight of Ages. They can be summoned at the same time. They're a spirit duo.
Yeah. Like Royal and Flush do whenever I summon them.
Great. Don't curse the innocent, and you and I will always be cool. And I offer him a very genuine smile.
Well, you know how he works in the sense that he only curses who would bring harm to you.
Yeah.
Or
Then
who...
they're not innocent.
I know
Exactly.
that's what he's saying, though.
Unless it's a child carrying a knife.
If it is a child carrying a knife who needs to wish me harm because they are like being put into this situation because they have no agency unto itself, do not curse that child. Everyone
good.
else is fair game. Cool?
Very good.
Well, I wasn't going to put child soldiers in the game anyways, but...
I'm just covering my base. Because these bitches brought it up.
The final
But-
boss is a child.
In my other campaign,
Chaos is 5 years old and we have to know it.
in my other campaign, we were fighting werewolves, and there was like a child that was like an ancient werewolf, and one of our rogue went around and shot the child.
Yeah, if there are children bomb soldiers, curse the bomb. Don't and let the child go free.
No, I mind sensed that child. It was so evil. I was like, yeah, no, that was an evil child. It's all good.
All right, I got my booze. I'm good. Is there anything else in this room that is of interest?
No, but he does say to his Knight of Ages, he says to him, "Have you found the other ones, dear brother? For I have not found the other ones. However, I do know where they exist, somewhere within the cemetery's walls, for I would like to find them and recruit them to our ranks and arms. For I would like that
In
very
their
much
heads,
as well."
you're gonna hear, "I got you, boo." We don't have time to go to the cemeteries before we have to get back to the arena, though, right?
No.
Yeah.
All right, after this, we're going to the cemeteries, bitches.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, are you going to climb down the ladder?
Thistle finally has a quest! Yes.
Yes.
You also have the Mer quest.
Oh wait, is there anything
Yeah,
else
but
in this
that's
room?
not in canon within our conversations yet. That's off camera.
What did you say?
Is there anything else in this room, or just the statue?
Just the statue.
Oh, okay. Making sure.
So
Yeah,
you
we'll
currently
go-
you currently have Knight of Fallen, and Knight of the Ages behind you. It's kind of like one's floating, one's walking.
Yeah.
Hey, can one of you carry Misty for me?
I got you.
I'm talking to my babies because I don't want Misty to love you more than me. I'm jealous.
So Knight of the Fallen says, "For is that your pet, Thistle?"
This is my baby. I
I
hatched
see.
him. His name is Misty. Misty, this is Knight of the Fallen.
Knight of Fallen, not the Fallen.
Misty, this is Knight of Fallen.
For
Introductions all around.
For I do remember these creatures within my time before of great monstrous apparel, but it seems you've tamed and made this one docile.
Oh, from what I understand, they're all terrible. We haven't had to come up against any of them so far, but I hatched this one from an egg, and he loves me, and I love him, and he's my greatest priority in this world.
Very true. She might kill you if you let him get hurt.
I definitely will.
I could carry him if that would suffice.
I'm gonna give Knight of Fallen a hug.
He hugs you and then picks Misty up and carries him.
Is Misty happy?
He's chill with it.
I'm just gonna like check with him and like kind of tickle him under his tentacles.
He doesn't really know how to feel because he's like being picked up by like what he can see as a spiritual thing, but he's like, he doesn't have any legs. How does this work?
It's like when you pick up like an adult dog.
He's content being carried.
Alright, I'm gonna kiss him between his eyes. I don't know.
Question mark eyes.
You just kiss him on a shell.
Forehead. And like give him a little scritch on like the nape of his skull. I don't know visual anatomy.
It looks like you're gonna have to do some research then.
I'm doing my best.
He just kind of coos and snips his little claws, like snip, 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 snip,
I'm gonna
snip.
give him a ration because I still have some.
Okay, I guess it's snack time for him. As Ivan smells food, Ivan comes out of the pendant and is now laying on Balsam's shoulders.
Balsam, what you did with your for your boo lately? Ivan's hungry.
Oh, darkness! Boom! Right at Thistle.
I hate you, but I will take it.
He fucking pounces on Thistle and begins to lick what is Thistle's face.
I am completely fine with this.
As you did so, though, he roll me a dex save.
I go up to Balsam and give him a high
Because he pounced you down the ladder.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Well done.
Rogue who got my dex save, like, shitted on in
So,
like, episode 4.
You're taking... $12 fall damage as you smack on the cement brick ground below 30 feet down as he like tackled you, and the darkness went away because it wasn't on you, it was on the area, and he's just on top of you now.
I don't even care because I'm like, okay, Ivan loves me, but then I'm gonna say, hey, Ivan, thank you, your food's up there, and I'm gonna point up the ladder and hope he pays attention.
He looks down at you and just kind of like flops on the side and like rubs into you.
I'm gonna rub his belly and then be like, okay, baby, but you gotta eat. Let's go up the ladder. He can't climb ladders. I'm gonna tensor floating disc him up the ladder and I'm gonna climb back up.
Well, what he does, he just kind of looks at you and he just kind of lays on the ground on the side and just kind of like rolls around.
All right.
Also, we'll just summon him up at the top.
All the belly rubs he wants right now.
Why don't you just go down and cast darkness again below?
I can only cast it once.
Oh god.
Yeah, I can only do it once a day.
Why don't you summon up a shadow?
Up. No, I'm
Oh.
Why don't you?
Balsam summons a shadow chicken.
Well,
get him, Ivan!
So as you guys climb down the stairs, you can't summon up a shadow chicken. You can summon up a shadow. As you summon up a shadow, Immediately, Ivan pounces on it, and you hear the tearing sound of what you consider flesh, maybe? And he just begins to, like, eat at it ferociously.
Balsam, in your head, you're gonna hear, "You're such a good daddy."
I know I am. He says that out loud.
As you should. Take your compliments. Alright, where are we going?
Probably on the way to the
The
arena.
left side. You climb up the left ladder, and as you go back up to the clock tower on the left side...
Okay, but placeholder, out of character, placeholder, this is a place we have to come back to because we haven't explored this area in its entirety.
Yeah.
So Cactus, if I ask you, where's a place that we haven't explored in its entirety, do I have to roll a history check for that, or do I need to write shit down?
Write shit down.
Okay, what
Oh,
specifically should I write down?
Inner clock tower.
Okay. To explore as a heading, inner clock tower.
You also haven't explored the barren church.
I
Yeah.
know.
Or the cemetery.
Okay.
There's the two areas you started but never fully explored.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else? OYCM?
The eastern clock tower. Sorry, not the eastern clock. The eastern bell tower. Sorry, eastern bell tower.
Okay, that sounds better.
Otherwise known as the new bell tower.
Is that it?
That would be it in terms of stuff you started but never continued.
Okay. I have notes, and we have to come back here to reunite these four spirits before, I guess, I decide what their fate's going to be through out of context conversations.
So,
I have to go to the bathroom, I'm sorry.
we can pause. Unpause. So, now that we're unpaused, you guys make your way through the cemetery, up the stairs, around the corner, and you make your way back into the arena. As you make your way back into the arena, you get to the top of the arena stands, where the announcer says, as then night falls upon the castle, the arena doors close, and as you're in the stands, the announcer comes out and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I would give to you a most gracious, as a host, a wonderful outing today, as we have for our next fighters a duo of sorts. What could be considered a high-quality duel, chosen today by the Beastmaster herself, Thistle and Balsam, versus a grim jester with a ghoul jester, a vampire lord and his vampire knight, with their many zombies and winged bats. May your battle be ever fruitful." Session end.
Nice.